Hey, it's Trisha. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am bringing you a spoiler-free review for The Beekeepers Apprentice by Lori R. King. The Beekeepers Apprentice is an adult mystery novel that focuses on Mary Russell's and Sherlock Holmes. It is the start of a series. In 1915, the recently orphaned Mary Russell has quite literally stumbled upon the Sherlock Holmes in the Sussex countryside. At 15 years old, Mary is gawky and egotistical with an intellect that manages to impress the retired Holmes. We follow Mary and Holmes in the subsequent years of their acquaintance as she becomes his accomplished protege and ultimately his partner. First, I'm going to talk about the world building. I really liked that in the world building of this one, we got just enough to wade into without feeling like we were being beaten over the head by it. The story was not entirely bogged down and dependent upon the historical context. But we did get little bits and pieces throughout the story to show the historical backdrop of World War II and the effect that it had on the characters that we saw. Additionally, the clothing and the technology of the 1910s that we got described to us were a nice touch. It was not a whole lot of world building, but in my opinion, it was just enough to not be overwhelming. I really appreciated that Doyle's original characters were written very true to the source material. Mary Russell herself is a little bit of a Mary Sue in this story, but really, it didn't bother me too much because I found her to have just enough flaws that I could forgive the Mary Sue aspects of her personality. She is quite egotistical, can be snobby at times, and is quite quarrelsome. The relationship between Mary and Holmes was a delight to read, and I thought that they balanced each other quite nicely. One thing that I did notice about some reviews that I had read on this was that as the story progressed into a couple of years into their acquaintance, people started to feel uncomfortable and felt that the relationship was slipping into a semi-romantic sort of zone. They mentioned that as Mary neared the age of 19, which is the later portion of this book, that it started to make them feel uncomfortable, her relationship with Sherlock Holmes. In all honesty, I didn't get that. I felt that it was a very father-daughter sort of relationship, or a uncle and niece, a mentor and mentee relationship. I did not feel this romantic or inappropriate sort of relationship qualities that other people seemed to feel was there. So I didn't see it, but other people said that they saw it. For the plot on this one, I thought the plot was very fun and fast-paced and a little bit over the top, but not in an obnoxious sort of way. At one point towards the middle of this book, it seemed like the way that this book was going to be structured was a series of investigations and mysteries that Mary and Holmes collaborated on over the years. But ultimately, by the end, we saw all of these different pieces come together quite nicely to tie up in the end. I also really appreciated that the plot of this book did take place over the course of several years to show Mary's growth under Holmes's tutelage and how that she became a staple fixture in the lives of Holmes, Watson, and Mrs. Hudson. Overall, I found this book to be really enjoyable. Like I said, probably another video is that this particular book is a step outside of my normal genre range that I go for. I do like mystery thrillers, more on the thriller end than the mystery end, but I did quite enjoy this, and then I ended up giving it 4 out of 5 stars. I liked this one so much, I actually will probably pick up the second in the series. There are quite a few in this series that I am aware of. I don't know if I will get to them all, but I, am interested to see where the series goes from here. I honestly would recommend this book for anybody who is a fan of Sherlock Holmes, because I feel like the way Sherlock Holmes was written was very true to the Doyle style. So if you like Sherlock Holmes, I highly recommend this. Also, this is a great way for younger readers in the YA sort of reading range to get into Sherlock Holmes, because Mary Russell is a younger character and she was quite funny and very intelligent and had great quips. tips. I think that if you are a younger reader, this would be a great way for you to dive into the Sherlock Holmes realm of fiction. So that is it for my spoiler-free review for The Beekeeper's Apprentice by Lori R. King. Let me know in the comments down below if you have read this book and what did you think about it. Let me know if you have any other Sherlock Holmes sort of stories that you would recommend if you think that they are up my alley. And now is a perfect time, if you have not already done so, click that little subscribe button down below if you want to see more content from me in the future. And if you want to follow me elsewhere on the interwebs, I have all of my social media links in the description box down below. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!